Clouds. Clouds are a collection of water droplets and ice crystals floating in the sky. The water droplets in the atmosphere come from water that evaporated from the surface of the Earth. Around 80% of the evaporating water comes from the oceans. Liquid water evaporates and becomes water vapor, a colorless gas. Rising warm air carries the water vapor higher in the atmosphere. Warm air can hold more water vapor than cold air, and as the warm air rises, it cools. As a result, some of the water vapor in the air condenses back into liquid water. Tiny drops of liquid water evaporate easily, so they are unlikely to form clouds. However, when water vapor condenses onto a piece of dust, it gathers with other drops of water and will not quickly evaporate. Scientists call the tiny particles of dirt, salt, or smoke in the atmosphere condensation nuclei because they are the key to making clouds. All of the water droplets that condensed around the particles join together to form a cloud. While clouds float in the air, they are extremely heavy. The average cumulus cloud can hold over 1 million pounds of water. These massive clouds float because they have a large amount of surface area and the rising warm air pushes them up. Most clouds are white because the water droplets and ice crystals scatter the 7 wavelengths that make up visible light, including red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The scattering of all 7 wavelengths results in white light. Some clouds look gray because they're so thick that light can't pass through them. Meteorologists name clouds based on their shape and their height in the atmosphere. Most clouds form in the troposphere, which reaches 65,000 feet above the ground, but occasionally clouds are spotted in the stratosphere or at the bottom of the mesosphere, which begins 50 miles up. Heights of clouds are organized into 3 groups: high, middle, and low. High clouds form 20,000 feet or higher above sea level. They're usually made up of ice crystals because the air is so cold high in the atmosphere. The clouds of the high altitudes often have a cirro prefix because they are often wispy. Middle clouds form between 6,500 and 20,000 feet above sea level. The warmer temperatures means they are made up of both ice crystals and water droplets. These clouds usually have the prefix alto in their names to show that they form in the middle altitudes. Low clouds form within 6,500 feet of the surface of the Earth. Because they are the warmest clouds, they are mostly full of water droplets. They often have the prefix strato in their names because they're usually flat or layered. Meteorologists combine words to name clouds based on how they look. For example, cirrostratus clouds are high clouds that are thin, wispy, and cover the entire sky. Cirro means wispy, and stratus means flat or layered. Cumulonimbus clouds are clouds that start at a low level and may extend to a high level. They are huge, puffy towers. Cumulo means puffy, and nimbus means full of rain. There are irregular types of clouds too. For example, fog is a cloud at the surface of the Earth. Lenticular clouds look like flying saucers, and they form because of the way wind flows down a mountain. Fractus clouds are the small, ragged cloud fragments that can appear and disappear throughout the sky on a mostly clear day. Contrails form when the hot exhaust from airplanes meets the cold air high in the troposphere. Earth isn't the only planet with clouds. All planets with atmospheres have clouds, but they are different from our clouds. For example, sulfuric acid clouds surround Venus, and on Jupiter and Saturn, the clouds rain diamonds. Luckily for us, the clouds on Earth are made up of water. They play an essential role in the water cycle that cleans and moves water throughout the world. Clouds can also deflect the sun's heat during the day and act like a blanket, keeping the Earth warm at night. We couldn't live without clouds.